This is KCR, the sound of state.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax.
Hey, what is up, humans? Welcome to another episode of the Scarlett Show. This is your host, your alien host, Scarlett Santamaria, bringing a space for the electronic music community. So let me see. What happened this weekend? I was working, of course, but at least I was working a super fun event. It was the Party Monsters with DJ Keoki at Riches. Yes, it was cool to see a blend of my two worlds, the gay world and the underground world. And I got to, have a good time, even though I was working, selling shots, but I was still part of the atmosphere, making people happy. And what else is new? Oh yeah, I just released an event coverage on my YouTube channel by Umbrellavation. It's actually really cool. I spent a lot of time editing and I'm really happy with how it came out. I experienced all the things that were going on. There was like yoga, vendors, food, and it actually focused all around the healing aspect of music and bringing people together. No alcohol, like it was a sober atmosphere. It was a really freaking cool event. Like one of a kind. We need more of that in San Diego. So go check it out. Just search me as Scarlett Show on YouTube. And now, the moment you'll be waiting for, I have the one and only Matt Egbert tonight.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for being here. You know, like, I know we don't know each other that well, but I've heard really great things about you.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you got nominated to be here. So
That's great.
yeah, I'm excited to have you. So how are you feeling tonight? Did you do anything fun last weekend?
None too crazy. Last weekend we wait, hold on. What was the date last weekend? Sorry, what's today?
Today is February 13th.
This is 13th. So yeah, I didn't have too much going on last weekend. Kind of took it easy.
Yeah, the 8th, 9th. Oh, okay. Was just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes you need to just take a little break once in a while.
Yeah, it's been a lot recently. A lot of shows, a lot of gigs lately. So it's nice to have just kind of
a little bit of downtime to
little
recharge.
break.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes my friends try to get me to go out on Sundays. I'm like, dude, I've been working Wednesday to Saturday in a nightclub, so sometimes I need to just chill.
Yeah.
So tell me about what genres do you specialize in?
So I'm all about house and techno.
Oh yeah.
Usually usually tech house. Big fan of deeper kind of like I guess you'd call it like jungly techno, like deep bongos, a lot of stuff like that.
Jungly techno,
Yeah.
I like
Love like minimal. Guys like Rich Next or Seb Zito, Chris Stussy. Big fan of like Jamie Jones, Martinez Brothers, Damian Lazarus, those kind of guys.
That's cool. So are you also into the Afro House?
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's something. It's a different vibe. I think it makes you feel like I'm in a carnival. It's just more free.
Yeah.
It also it kind of reminds me of like cumbia in a way too.
What's that?
It reminds. It's a genre in Mexico. It's called cumbia, where it's more like
Oh, okay,
drums
cool,
and
yeah.
just
Right.
a tribal sound.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel different.
Yeah, big fan of any type of bongos or percussive hand percussion drums.
Do you play any of that?
Yeah, I grew up playing guitar like my whole life. I used to be involved in like classical recitals and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
And then I played drums too. So I was in like a few bands in high school, and yeah, so I kind of mess around with like drums and like piano and that kind of stuff, but guitar is like my main instrument I grew up playing.
Yeah, what was the first song you learned how to play in guitar?
Oh, geez. Everyone probably says like "Smoke on the Water." It's like dun, dun, like super simple. But yeah, that like something about like Nirvana. Smells like Teen Spirit, probably.
Oh, nice. The first,
like that.
the song that I learned how to play and the keyboard is "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." So
Nice.
I think that's better.
That's a classic one too.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Uh-huh.
So you do come from a musical family. Your family also plays music.
I remember started playing guitar because my older brother did, and
Oh,
like
cool.
I was we're like 4 years apart, so I was at the age where like anything he did, I would like try and
He
copy.
was your role model.
Yeah, but then I eventually got way better than him. So if you're watching,
Burn. What's your brother's name?
his name's Sherwood.
Sherwood.
Uh-huh.
You heard it, Sherwood. He already beat you.
Yeah.
Does he DJ too?
No, I'm the only DJ in my family. But my cousin actually, she's a phenomenal singer. Her name's Daniela. She's great.
That's awesome. Do you ever have you thought of including her like in?
Yeah, we've talked about it before. Yeah, family functions.
Family collab.
Yeah, but we're both busy, but we gotta make that happen one day.
Yeah, that'd be super cool actually.
Uh-huh.
So how long ago did you start DJing, and when did you transition into producing?
So I was actually producing before I started DJing.
Oh.
I remember I started getting into electronic music back when I was like back in high school. I was like 16, like me and my buddies would use like a fake ID and like sneak into a rave, like back up when we grew up over in the LA area, Thousand Oaks. And so I got really into that. And then when I graduated high school, I remember asking my mom to like help me like buy like my first like DAW, to produce music. And so it all started from there when I was about 18 years old. Kind of just noodling around, like treating it as a hobby, and then started getting really serious with it when I was like 19 years old. I won like what's called the Insomniac Discovery project.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And I was 19, and I was like, oh, like nice, like this is pretty cool. Like I might as well like put a little more bit energy in this. And I started like doing little clubs around like LA when I was like 19 or so, just really small places like little bars, that kind of thing. Mainly like asked me to play like, top 40 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's how we start sometimes.
yeah, and then kind of cooled off a bit for a couple years while like I was going to school more. And then when I moved down here, just kind of just kind of fell into it. Started going out, becoming more involved in the scene, going to more shows, meeting more people. And then me and my buddy, then we started our company Front Left, and then since then it's just kind of been full force with it.
Full force. So why did you move here? I mean, I would think that there would be more opportunities in LA for this kind of industry.
Yeah, I didn't move here initially to start a company in this scene. It was kind of more to go to school back then, because I was going to community college up in Santa Monica College, and then I moved down here because I just kind of want to change the pace. A lot of my buddies were living down here, and I wanted to go to San Diego State. I actually ended up not getting in here, so I went to San Marcos instead. But yeah, so that's what brought me down to San Diego.
That's really cool. What are some of the differences that you see between LA and San Diego?
As far as the scene goes,
yeah,
I'd say probably the warehouse scene is much bigger up in LA, just because I guess just for lack of actual warehouses here in San Diego.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like there's not really like a lot of spots where people can go and throw like a good warehouse function.
Yeah.
To like 6 a.m., 8 a.m., like whatever you want to do. But because I mean a lot of people throw like secret location parties here.
I know it's always the same.
Always at Encore, like every time. But I mean, that's Encore is great. It's a great venue, but
yeah, but it's not. I don't think they should name it a secret location anymore.
Yeah, right. Because everyone knows what it is when you say secret location.
I know it's like let me guess. No, I agree. There is a lack of venues here in San Diego,
and that's something that me and like my team at Front Left that we've really been trying to. What we're trying to do is like find or like create some more like spots. Cool venues for like shows, maybe outdoors, but it's tough. That's what I'd say is the biggest difference here in LA and San Diego is it's tougher to find a space like that.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I mean I haven't really been to many underground or warehouse events. This weekend I am actually. So wait, actually,
which one?
Or actually it's not in a warehouse. It's at Catch One. I just remembered.
Catch One. That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's a really cool venue because they have a bunch of different little rooms.
It's here in San Diego?
No, it's in LA.
Oh,
in
okay.
LA.
That's why. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So we'll see what else I get into. I need a little break. I've been just like working so much. I'm like, even though just going to LA feels like a mini vacation sometimes. So it's cool. So what can I expect in your first half of the mix?
So the first tune is one from me and my buddy Sly Turner. I gotta shout him out here. This track's coming out on a label called Slightly Sizzled, I believe in April. And then the rest of the mix, just some minimal, more groovy tunes.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're excited to hear this mix, and we'll be back in less than 10 minutes or in 10 minutes actually, to continue the interview. So don't go anywhere, people. You're listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning Sound of State.
Inhibition.
What is up, humans? Welcome back. I know there are some issues happening with the live stream because, you know, whoever used it before me, I don't know. I know you guys can hear everything we've been talking, but it'd be like that sometimes. Life isn't perfect, and we just gotta keep going. And here we are once again. And I just gotta do some quick announcements. Are you a fan of podcasts? Make sure to tune into KCR On Demand, the newest platform of entertainment from your radio hosts here at SDSU. Find us on Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud at KCR College Radio. Also, do you have any plans this weekend? Check out the House of Blues in downtown San Diego for some amazing concerts in one beautiful venue. Make sure to check out our giveaways on kcrlive.com for a chance to win tickets to concerts throughout the semester. And stop by Music at the Mesa from 12 to 1 on Thursdays for more giveaway opportunities. Oh, yeah. All right, so we're back with Matt. How you doing?
Good.
All right. So I want to ask you, what do you think is the hardest part about learning how to produce?
Geez, that's a good question. Well, I mean, in my experience at least, when I started to first produce, it was like when I opened up like Ableton for the first time or whatever, it was just like the sheer like number of things, like possibilities you could do with it, you know. So it's kind of
that's overwhelming.
Yeah, so it's kind of intimidating. And then I think another part about it is that, you know, it takes a really long time to really make your stuff like sound professional, you know, and you know, sending songs away and like handling rejection and taking criticism, you know. I think that's some of the toughest things about it. But yeah, I mean, these days it's like you have everything you need within the program. You know, you can make totally fully fledged professional tracks within Ableton.
You can make anything,
everything, or Logic, or you know, FL, whatever your program is. But
yeah,
it's you know, it's just the time you have to spend putting into it. That's what it is. You know?
Yeah, I think that's the most daunting thing for me because like I'm kind of a perfectionist, and even with all my work that I do, like for my YouTube videos and stuff, I spend so much time. Like time flies when you're like editing and you're in your computer, and
sure.
I feel that for producing even more, like you have to spend hours and hours and hours.
Oh yeah,
trying to like figure out what works.
Definitely.
What makes a good sound.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Yeah, I've been there lots of times.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you love it, like it's you also kind of enjoy it, and
it's fun.
It's yeah, as long as you enjoy it. Like I love editing. Sometimes it is a little overwhelming, but
Mhm.
if you're passionate about it, it makes up for it.
For sure. Yeah, and you always want to get better, you know?
Definitely.
Mhm.
So you went on a trip to Europe last summer, and so did I.
I did that was in October.
Oh, it was in October. I thought it
In
was in the
October.
summer. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think maybe
did.
maybe your Instagram posts were I don't know. Maybe it didn't look. Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't creep good enough. But
Right. Yeah, it was like October 15th to November 15th. I remember the dates. That's what it was.
that is so amazing. I also did
awesome.
a trip to Europe. I
Oh,
was away
great.
for
Oh,
17
amazing,
days. I
Uh-huh.
went to 7 cities.
In 17 days?
Yeah.
That's busy.
Yeah, it was like one after the other.
Uh-huh.
What was your highlight? Like, which was your favorite city?
So for me, it's got to be Berlin.
Oh,
Berlin or Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
hmm So, sorry. The reason we went to, I went with my buddy Dominic. Shout out Dominic Tosano. We went for what's called Amsterdam Dance Event. You know?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So that's Amsterdam. Amsterdam's an amazing city as it is. Like it's
beautiful.
incredible.
It's
It's so
beautiful.
beautiful. But like the fact that that was going on made it awesome too. And I love Berlin because I had never been there before, and just the nightlife scene and the clubbing scenes. Like, there's this one club we went to that opened up on Friday afternoon at like 7 p.m. and didn't close until Monday.
Whoa.
Like, so it's just like
nonstop.
nonstop things like that, you know, which personally I was really into. And the music out there was right up my alley, you know, great music. So, and the people were great.
Do you get to go to Berghain?
So we waited in line for about
Oh no.
close to 3 hours and then got denied. Uh-huh.
Denied.
Yep, the guy just looked at us and just went, "Not
No.
today, not today. Sorry, guys." It's like,
Oh no.
for sure.
Like, thanks, no big deal. Not like
Uh-huh.
I waited 3 hours.
Seriously,
That's
yeah.
insane. I've heard stories about it, and people always tell me like, "Oh, you totally get in." I'm like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, I wonder what the requirements are, or like what they
Yeah.
look for.
I don't know. It's good. I mean, I have no idea. You know, we went on the time we went to was like 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon was when we went and started waiting in line. That's when they denied us. I guess my buddy was like, "No, man, you have to go like 7 in the morning or something." I mean,
Damn, that early?
I mean,
So
who
you
knows?
can be there the whole day and night.
yeah. I mean, I think that those events go for like over 24 hours. Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Imagine having something like that here in San Diego.
I know, right? It'd be amazing, in my opinion. I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how like the European culture. It's just different over there. They just party
Mhm.
till sunrise,
Mhm.
and over here it's like 2 a.m. Bye.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. The 2 a.m. thing is definitely sucks, but spins till 4. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, at least
Mhm.
we got something. But
Yeah.
I think I mean my trip was last summer, but I still think about it, and I was looking back at
Right.
my pictures from Amsterdam. I'm like, that
Mhm.
place is just has some magic to it.
Oh, it's so amazing. I just love how everyone's on a bike. you know?
Yeah.
It's so flat and
And
everyone's
you can just get anywhere on the
Yeah.
bike, and everyone's so nice.
nice and like everyone's pretty, like everyone's good looking, like it's like it's a beautiful place. Yeah.
I know. Damn, I need to
Yeah.
go back for ADE this year.
Yeah, 80 is definitely highly recommend it if you're gonna make that happen. Yeah,
I'm
for
just
sure
looking for an
recommend it.
excuse to be back to
Mhm.
Amsterdam. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real.
Where else did you go? Where's your other?
Yeah, I went to Paris, London. London was cool. I spent my birthday in
Nice,
London.
nice.
I went to we did a bar crawl, and then we ended up in this club that was like riches but times 3.
Oh, cool.
It's like huge, and they had like drag queens and stuff.
Nice.
Switzerland, that's beautiful, but it's
Yeah.
more like to chill because
Right.
all you see is mountains, and I
Mhm.
cried. I was like, oh my god, I'm really here.
Yeah, it
It's like
probably
a
looks
postcard.
so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Italy, I went to Florence, Rome.
Nice.
Yeah, Italy is beautiful too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it
it's
is.
not like a party central for sure. It's
Mhm.
more like
Yeah.
to take a stroll.
Right. Drink some wine. Have some dinner.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so back to more about yourself.
Yeah.
I like to just go off sometimes.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying like this new thing because I feel that I've heard a lot of feedback that well, being the perfectionist that I am, I like to follow like my script and like have like my questions
Right.
in order and stuff, but I need to just relax and just like have a conversation sometimes.
Yeah.
So I hope it's working, people.
Yeah.
I've heard you. I've heard you.
No,
So
that
tell
seems
me
good.
more about your Frontlet Productions
Front
idea.
Left,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to know Like, what inspired you to create this?
So yeah, front left, man. That's it's a lifestyle. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so it'll be 2 years old. The project on May 10th this year.
Yeah, it's
So
2018.
yeah,
You're
so
doing really well.
thank you. Yeah, so we started May 2018. It's a idea born with me and my buddy David French. Fraud. If you ever see Fraud on the lineup flyers, that's David. But yeah, we just wanted to throw our own parties because we were living here in San Diego. We were seeing like there were some cool parties, but we loved some of these DJs that like no one was booking that we didn't get a chance to see. So we just said why not just do it ourselves? Why not just try and see what we can like build and what we can do. And as we started throwing some small parties, local DJs, just friends kind of deals, we were like, all right, let's see if we can like throw like a legit one. And then so we started doing like a rooftop root series.
Nice.
Like I don't know if you've seen those parties.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. And so like we had we had one, and then we had like another big one with Lee Reynolds and Psych Magic and Kevin Anderson. And that one was like an amazing party.
Nice.
And so yeah, ever since then I've been just kind of we've grown the team a little bit, add some more people to it here and there, and just trying to get more serious with it and throw good big projects and long term try and make it like a full-time career out of it.
Yeah, that would be the most ideal thing, right? You kind of gotta start somewhere. That's how I feel about this show. It's like you gotta start somewhere and then see how you can make it grow because it's a passion.
Right.
So before kicking off a new event, what are the first steps you take?
Oh, that's a good question. So usually it starts with like who we would want to book to headline the event, like whose show we'd want it to be. And then when that idea comes to place, then that kind of helps us determine what kind of venue would fit the vibe the best of that. And then, what date falls around a certain, holiday or something like that, that'll help us determine the theme. But yeah, ultimately, the first thing we do is we try and think of, a headliner, whoever is going to be our headliner.
That's like the first thought, headliner.
Yeah, that'll help create the vibe for the rest of the party. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have a list of like people who we want to book, and so we just sorry.
It's okay.
Try to see, who we can get at the right time.
That's good. And how do you go about choosing your headliners?
How do you mean? Like how do we go choosing who?
Yeah. Do you like go for certain genres or like their following or the vibe? Like what is it that you look for in the headliners or the people you book in general?
Yeah. So I mean, we really just look for people that like we really vibe with, like whose music that we're fans of, who seem like good people. We don't want to work. Never want to work with someone who's just total pain and not fun to work with. But
or arrogant or egotistical.
But it's really just about the music for us. It's about the good music. Like at the end, if you don't have a huge following and like you're not going to sell a lot of tickets by your name, like that's fine. Like that's like our jobs, like sell those tickets because we want to be bringing like the best talent possible to San Diego,
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of that, like how do you keep your budget on track? I think that's a lot of the things, like one of the main reasons why a lot of collectives fail too, because they don't know how to manage their budget. How do you like keep it on track?
Just treating it as a business, And
you have a business major, so I'm sure that helped, right?
It did, yeah. So just treating it as business and not as just, you're not just throwing a party, because I mean you are throwing a party and you are having a great time, but at the end of the day, you are trying to make some money, to make it sustainable and like to keep doing, what you're doing,
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I just try to just keep his, put my serious adult hat on, try to keep it going like that.
Yeah, and I agree. A lot of times people don't want to talk about the whole making money situation because they're like, oh, it's okay if we don't make any money, but because we're doing it for the love. But at the same time, you have to.
Yeah, and if you
want to,
if you want to keep doing it for the love,
so it's
you're
sustainable.
Have to, be making.
And so money. You can also that's also like an incentive too, so you can keep working on it and then make it bigger and better. It's all together.
100% agreed. Yeah.
So what is your favorite platform to use for promotions?
Probably Instagram, I'd say. Yeah, probably Instagram just because it's so easy to throw something up on your story or send it to like somebody or share it with the group or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate using Facebook personally. Like if I wasn't doing what I'm doing with Front Left or like my DJing career or whatever, like I would definitely delete it. You know,
Why?
just Facebook. It's just like I don't know. I feel like when I'm scrolling Facebook, I just see like just the worst parts of like the worst pockets of things pop up. You know, I don't know. I just get a bad feeling from Facebook. I'd rather not use it. You know, but Instagram is probably my go to promoting platform.
So yeah,
Instagram.
what I do now, because I agree on the Facebook thing. There's
Mhm.
just a lot of negative stuff there,
Yeah.
or people that are showing like their true colors,
Yeah, it's
and
just like not a fan.
yeah. So I pretty much just go online to promote my stuff,
Yeah.
really, and
Mhm.
then I disconnect.
Mhm.
And people are like, "Oh, you didn't see this? What happened, or whatever?" I'm like,
Right.
"No, I really just go to post my stuff, and then like, bye."
Yeah,
I don't.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it down right.
Yeah. I do get into the Instagram rabbit hole though once in a while,
Mhm.
because you can just get lost in looking at cool
Yeah,
pictures.
I mean, I like Instagram. Like, I know Instagram's owned by Facebook, right? Isn't that a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
So I guess it's kind of hypocritical for me to say, but
Yeah, but it's
I
different.
like it. It is different. Yeah, it's different. Instagram, I like Instagram.
I
Yeah.
think you can curate what you want to see more
Yeah,
in
exactly. Yeah,
Instagram, and
that's
then
right.
Facebook is just like
Yeah,
bunch of
totally.
stuff everywhere.
Yeah, true. Very true.
That's good. So, what is your ultimate goal with Front Left Productions?
Ultimate goal would be to expand and throw shows all over the place. Really, I mean, you know, I don't want to. We're not trying to copy anybody, but obviously we take a lot of inspiration from the Desert Hearts crew
Nice.
and
Yeah.
how they started as a party down here in San Diego, then like they grew into what they're now playing all over the world.
Yeah.
And they're so I mean that's the ultimate end goal would be to be bringing our brand and our love for the music to all over the
world.
United States, all over the world. That'd be the end goal.
That would be amazing, right?
Yeah, that's yeah. So we'll see. keep on trying.
So, what do you think it makes you guys stand out from the rest with all these other events going
right.
on? You know,
I think the quality of the artists we are booking to our shows really helps us stand out from the rest. I mean, the scene here in San Diego is amazing. I mean, you have so many crews who are throwing great parties. I mean, like off the top of my head, like the Stay Bad guys are amazing.
Yeah,
like
they're the
the
homies.
Afternoon Umbrella, like those guys are great. Music's for Lovers, those awesome parties. Like in the Bag, like all these guys are amazing. Kino Village, like I love all these guys. Love working with them, but we're just trying to bring. And I think a lot of those other crews I named agree with me. And like we all just try to bring the best talent out possible,
yeah.
Mhm.
No, I agree. That's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
And what do you think are some of the challenges you've faced in your path? Maybe not just for Front Left, but just as a DJ or like in general in the music industry.
That's a good question. I'd probably say, maybe just a little bit of anxiety from time to time, especially as like an artist, sometimes you can spend a lot of time like shuttered away in the studio working on music and kind of, start to, you see some of your friends like, have a big track or get big bookings and, it's not jealousy, you're happy for them because you're friends, but it can make you feel like,
you
am I
compare yourself.
doing good enough? Like,
Mhm.
that kind of feeling. That'd probably be but at the end of the day, you just gotta just keep working,
Yeah, that's kind of a tough one because
Mhm.
like naturally as humans we compare to
Right.
each other
Yeah,
and
totally. Yeah.
we maybe feel like envious or bad with ourselves because like I could have been in that level or
Mhm.
whatever. But we gotta remind ourselves that everyone goes at different paces.
Right.
So you just gotta keep doing your very best. And
Totally.
but I agree on that one. And lucky for me, I don't really. Well, I think for me, it's mostly. I think for women, it's like the looks. You always
Mm.
compare. But for my craft, I don't see a lot of people doing what I'm doing. So I'm
Mhm.
only like really harsh on myself. So
Right.
that's my only problem.
Yeah. And I'm pretty harsh critic of myself too.
Yeah.
Sure.
you kind of have to in a way, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it just hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta do it.
Definitely.
So, what keeps you motivated to continue on this path?
I know it sounds corny, but I mean, I just love music. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, like it was always music for me. Like I was always, playing guitar, bands, whatever. Like, and that's never changed. You know, I've always got music in the background. Like it's just, I just love music. So that's what I've always known I wanted
Yeah, me too.
to do something in the music industry, whether it be curating or producing events, my own music, like whatever. So it's just what I want to do.
Yeah, I think that's what connects us all that are involved in this industry. The love for the music.
Definitely.
That's definitely.
And it's very genuine in San Diego. You can tell a lot of people love it out here.
Yeah, and
Great.
speaking of that, like, what are your thoughts on San Diego's electronic music scene? Like, in maybe something that stands out to you, like the best parts, and something that needs improvement.
I think it's amazing. I think I think it's growing, and it's been growing. It's great. I can't say enough about how much I love the scene out here. There seems like there's something awesome to do like every weekend.
Yeah.
It's great. Best part about it is just it's small. It's not the biggest. It's still kind of small. So like you go out to these parties all the time, and like you kind of see the same people, and like you start to build relationships and develop relationships with people and become friends with them. So that's great. I can't think of anything I'd say like the worst. It's not it's not the worst part, but I wish there were more unique venue spaces down here.
Yes.
Like that'd be some new like just like I'm trying to think of it like just some new not new clubs but new just event spaces where you can just throw unique like full on sensory experiences like lots of art, music, not just like a typical standard, not just your average club night,
Yeah. So have you been to the events that happen at the Dragonfly Automotive?
No.
That
I don't
one,
think so.
that one's pretty cool actually.
Where's that at?
It's like near Spin. It's
Okay.
like they fix cars, and they made it into a party. It was for the Deep End party they had, and it was really cool because you're partying with like cars, and then the wall is like full of graffiti, and
I gotta check that out. I didn't. I think I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
yeah,
Sounds
it's
awesome.
it's a Dragonfly Auto service. I actually so funny because I went there to get my oil changed, and then I saw it. I'm like, wait, I partied here before.
Really?
And the old guy is like, oh yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, that's so
So,
funny.
yeah, it was such a trip. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, I've been here before.
It's the same spot.
I know. I'm like, whoa, yeah, because that was a very unique spot. I think they should probably bring it back. Yeah.
That sounds cool, man. Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, so now it's time for the human experience section where I'm going to ask you more questions about yourself and your mind, and we're going to see how you think.
Okay.
All right,
Let's hear it.
so let's see. It's on the other page. What do you think you could never, ever give up?
Is this like rapid fire, or do I have like time to think about the answers?
Well, you can just do
Okay.
whatever you want. Do whatever
Never
you want.
give up. All right. Sushi or dogs. Honestly, not eating obviously. But,
Yeah.
dogs or eating sushi.
Oh yeah, I love sushi.
It's my favorite thing in
Sushi's
the
the
whole
best.
whole world ever. Yeah. So that's honestly what's the first thing that popped in my mind when
You're
you asked
like,
the question.
sushi.
So,
Life would
yeah.
not be the same without
Yeah.
sushi.
Yeah, it's the first thing that popped in my head.
Okay. So what 3 words best describe you?
Passionate, driven, respectful. I'd like to think so.
Nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'd like to think
I
so.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your
Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
Someone to call him out if it's wrong.
Yeah.
So what 3 words best Oh, I just asked you that. What's your definition of success?
being satisfied with the level you're at. I mean, let's say, yeah, being satisfied with where you're at, not be feeling like you're comparing yourself to someone else or that you feel like you need to do better, being happy.
Yeah, being happy with what you have in life right now. That's probably the key
Right.
to
Not
living.
feeling like you need like more,
Yeah, not waiting to be happy until you have that something that
exactly.
you think it's gonna make you happy.
Agreed.
I agree.
Yeah.
What would you do differently if you knew nobody could judge you?
Oh man, that's easy. So go just go way harder on like the music when I was younger. Like when I first started, like 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, it's like I was used to be way more anxious and like self conscious, So if I didn't care back then, probably just would have went way harder with it, and probably would have, maybe a little farther along. But you never know.
Yeah,
Can't tell the future.
But you turned out good, so here you are
thank
now.
you. Yeah, still got a ways to go. So.
Yeah, it's a never-ending journey of self-improvement.
That's very true. Yeah.
So, what is one thing that you have not done that you really want to do?
Like anything?
Yeah.
I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
And I
I would love to go to the Grand Canyon. I also would love to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you can eat all the sushi.
Yep. Yeah, they've got some good snowboarding out there too. So looks like.
I want to go to the robot restaurant where they have the. Have you seen?
Wait, it's like where they make like the burgers.
No, it's actually like a restaurant where it's like also a show. They have like robots coming out, and it's just like a party. Like it's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. I watch a lot of documentaries.
Like yeah.
So, what is something that really annoys you?
Something that really annoys me. Probably disrespectful people. Someone who, let's say, when you're DJing, someone runs into the booth with their phone, it's like smashing it in your face, like ask if you can play this song. Something like that.
I would hate that when I was DJing a lot more in the, the commercial events and like, oh, can I have this song? I'm playing like 80s and they want like. I don't know, rap, and it's like, dude, it's like I can't go from one like genre from yeah.
Right.
Okay,
right,
I agree.
Yeah, it's basically people just being disrespectful. Definitely, grind my gears a little bit for sure.
I agree. So, what is something new that you recently learned about yourself?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Oh wow, I don't know. Oh. It's like I gotta sit back and self reflect on this one.
Yeah. No, I like to have those deep questions,
I'd say recently I learned that I don't know. You stumped me with this one. Can we come back to this one?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, can we come back to this one?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool.
What do you think is your greatest strength?
Pretty relentless, like in a good way, Like I know like I don't give up like after like rejection, I can't tell you how many times I've sent music out to be rejected by labels or to finally someone picks up or whatever, So I'd say like just not, get down, fall, or what's the phrase, fall back down, get back up, get back on the
and
horse,
you kind of have to be that way in this industry because they're not. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's time for the Scarlett. I actually left my bag over there. I'll be right back. All right, so I got a black envelope with the S wax seal stamp on it. You're going to pick one, and you're going to open it and answer the question.
Oh, okay. That's fun. Right on. All right, let's go with this one. That's a cool seal. Looks like from like Game of Thrones or something. Okay. If I could travel to any era, where would I go and why? That's pretty easy. The 1960s, because the music and that whole just kind of psychedelic hippie area just sounds like something I'd enjoy a lot. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I agree. That would be a cool era for sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, so I think it's time for the rest of your mix.
Sweet.
And we will be back in less than 10 minutes to wrap up the interview with a couple more questions. So Oh,
Keep it.
yeah, no problem. We'll be back, people.
If you could see this place, then we can be this place. Can you see this place? Colors and races. Can you see this place? Colors and races. Can you see this? Where movement is a winding road that leads to the most beautiful rainbow. If you could see this place, then we can be this place. Can you see this place?
Oh yeah. Some bouncy. I like it.
That minimal stuff. Yep.
So, do you have any upcoming events?
Yeah, got a lot of stuff coming up. So, just off the top of my head, tomorrow night, at Avenue for Valentine's Day, I will be.
Oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day.
That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow Friday, Valentine's Day. Me and my buddy Alex, aka Wendigo, will be playing all night at Avenue. So come on by. It'll be a lot of fun.
If you need to declare your love to Matt, bring him some chocolates.
Yeah. More of a Starburst guy, but I'll take that. I'll take chocolate too. Then Sunday playing Vinde Sarab, and then February 21st, Friday night at Spin Nightclub, we have Andreas Henneberg and Beth Liddy coming from Berlin. So that's going to be an amazing show. So get your tickets for that if you haven't yet. And then we got some rooftop parties in March. Bontan, the Percomaniacs guys, Rybo Lebelski, Wyatt Marshall. So yeah, just stay tuned. Front Left Productions, Instagram for all future shows.
Oh yeah. What does the future hold for Matt Egbert?
More shows, more music, and yeah, that's it really. That's just what I got my head plugging towards. Have an EP coming out with my guy Sly Turner in April, I believe, off Slightly Sizzled. So look out for that.
Do you have any last shout outs or anything that you'd like your fans to know?
Let's get a shout out to my guy Sly Turner and Shusky. Those are my two main dudes for producing. Learn a lot from those guys. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's
well,
it.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
been
for
a
having me.
pleasure.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you.
And thanks to everyone that tuned in. I will be posting the video and the full show on YouTube this weekend or probably tomorrow. You'll see the post and then we'll share it and you can listen to it over and over again. See you next week. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.